A gangster's hat floats through the woods. The image is an oxymoron. You've never seen a hit take place around pines or trench coats in the trees. That is, until the Coens challenge narrative norms. Welcome to a director series on the Coen Brothers, where we'll be dissecting the filmography of one of Hollywood's most prolific pairings. Today, we'll be discussing their third film, Miller's Crossing, a Prohibition-era gangster story that spawned from a single image the directors became obsessed with: a hat in the woods. However, the incongruity in this composition that interested the brothers was also a hang-up. After the modest success of Raising Arizona, the two were handed roughly $15 million for a new project, a nice chunk of change compared to their last budget, and put pen to paper. But writer's block led the pair to setting aside the original idea to write their following movie, Barton Fink, before coming back around to The Hat in the Woods. According to the Coens, it took roughly 10 months to write two films, with Miller's Crossing being loosely inspired by The Glass Key by Dashiell Hammett. And it's this writerly skill and literary inspiration that reveals a key characteristic of the Coens: remarkable intelligence around stories and cinematic history. The Coens' filmography is filled with adaptations of age-old narratives and formulas, like The Odyssey for O Brother, Where Art Thou?, inspirations from film history like in Hail Caesar, or complete adaptations that are special because of their subversive narrative form, like No Country for Old Men. All in all, the Coens are obsessed with story, especially when they're able to subvert it, which began to develop the duo's larger reputation at this point in their careers. With two stylistically opposed films prior to this unique Prohibition-era drama, two camps began to form. The Coens were either intelligent filmmakers who could craft a story unique to any genre, or elitists whose intelligence created emotionless stories that condescendingly laughed at their characters instead of with them. Their craft was so concrete, critics found it difficult to believe their calculated planning could be conducive for genuine heart. And Miller's Crossing didn't help in this regard, specifically because of what many now see as the film's strengths. The movie indulges in genre cliches to stake the audience in a familiar world, but only to subvert the familiar with a unique style. Miller's Crossing script is airtight and filled with electric dialogue that sounds like a detective novel brought to life, but with a knowing edge and modern sensibility that only the Coens could produce as writers inspired from artistic history working in the modern day. This subversion, paired alongside what critics called unsympathetic characters, a limited release out of the New York Film Festival, and releasing at the same moment of the comparatively explosive and exciting Goodfellas, meant Miller's Crossing was a box office bomb and critically confused upon release. But time has been kind to Miller's Crossing and the Coens alike. Today, the film is praised for some of the same criticism it faced upon release, making it a Coen Brothers deep cut, despite the fact it continued to demonstrate their incredible filmmaking abilities and more overtly revealed their writing talents.